Sweet chili games.
Sweet chili games.
Sweet
Hello
chili
and welcome
games.
back. This is my thoughts on all the classes, and today we're doing Wizard. Currently the Wizard is so sweaty and tricky to play, and it would be nice for these players who main Wizard to have something to like release some of this pain. Let's give them some fun. I think a great spell would be something similar to what they have in Elden Ring, where you can turn into something in the environment. Props. Like a prop spell. Imagine being able to turn into a lantern, or a barrel, or a torch on the ground. Someone walks past you, and then you just blast them with a fireball. This, I think, is a really interesting way that you could play the Wizard, which takes away a little bit of this invisibility, them running in behind you, and this whole buff ball situation. But we'll get more into the buff ball soon. Imagine a little Gobby Caves prop hunt. I think that would be really fun. But more seriously, let's talk about these spells. More fire, more ice. That's what we're talking about. And where is our wind? We want more utility. Imagine having a wind spell that constantly pushes people back in a hallway slightly. This would be great for us to get away from this whole buff ball situation, because we need more anti-buff ball, and the Wizard could just be that. Imagine having like a Wizard and a Ranger who are great zoners. They have traps, and let's give a Wizard more of a way to play into this situation, which is kind of like, no, you're not getting past. At the moment, the high roller crypts and the crypts is just bombarded with these barbarian bard cleric teams, which are just absolutely running you down into the ground. So the Wizard could have more ice spells, and it puts ice on the ground where it acts like, you know, the old Pokemon games, and you would run onto it and you would lose control of your character for a little bit. Another Wizard spell could be like a half ice wall, which kind of acts like a pervase, that big shield, and that you'd put in the way, and you could put it in like a doorway, but you'd have to smash it before you jump past, and then you have like a Wizard zapping you and a Ranger shooting arrows at you. It could be a good way to like have a counter to just a barbarian sprinting at you, invisible, and then chopping you in the head from behind. It's more that there is no counterplay, and we need that. These are some great ideas about the ice. But what about fire? We have 2 fire spells, and the Warlock has like 50. We already have the physics to put fire on the ground, so why can't Wizards do that? It's just like an explosive bottle. You could cast like some ice on the ground and they're sliding off to the side, and then they like find themselves in this explosive bottle fire pit that you've also put on the ground. I think that's a kind of fun way and a different way to look at Wizard. They only have 2 fire spells, and people love to play Fire Wizard. I know that the Ignite and the Fireball have great backings behind them. So fire burns, right? So why can't we straight up have an Ignite spell? I know there is already a spell called Ignite, but I mean like a fire that burns, because fire spreads like Pyromaniac. If you, and kind of like Chain Lightning in a way, you can cast your Ignite, or we shouldn't call it Ignite, but cast your Fire Spread spell on the enemy team, and if it's like, if they're too close to the enemies, it spreads. If you've ever played League of Legends, kind of like Brand's Ignite spell. It doesn't have to do massive damage, but it just gives you something more for your perks and for this Fire Wizard sort of style that you got going on. Let's get manic with it. I'm not talking about making Wizards OP again. I'm talking about giving them different playstyles. I'm talking about, instead of them being part of this buff ball situation, which they're always going to be, but I also want them to be a counter to the buff ball. We need more of these counters. And this is a great sort of step forwards, I think. Thank you for listening, thanks for tuning in, and please like and subscribe the video. It means the world to me, and it grows the channel, and then I can make more videos like this.